Hello YouTubers, Monkey Jr. here for another episode of Bare Bones Monday. The gun requested in today's episode is the UMP 45 and it was requested by Bubble Games. So the UMP 45 originated in Germany in the 1990s. We obviously now have a much more modern version of this weapon and it shoots .45 automatic Colt pistol rounds. So it's actually quite a heavy hitting gun. So moving right along with the stats of this weapon, it has a max damage of 30, a minimum damage of 15.4. The drop-off starts at 8 meters and ends at 50 meters. The fire rate isn't too great on this gun, but seeing as it does really high damage compared to all the other personal defense weapons, it's actually pretty good. It has a fire rate of 600 rounds per minute, a muzzle velocity that is quite slow. It's 340 meters per second, and suppressed it's 270 meters per second, so it's kind of slow firing. The bullets travel really slow in the air. Has a decent magazine size of 25 plus one in the chamber. Reload time empty is 2.5 seconds, and reload time with bullets left in the mag is 1.85 seconds, which is a quite respectable short reload time. The recoil up is 0.38, not too bad. Pull left of 0.18 and pull right of 0.18, so this gun has almost no side-to-side recoil with a little bit of vertical recoil. First shot multiplier is 1.65, so you're gonna get a little bit of a kick every time you start firing this weapon, and it's just gonna be easy to handle after that. So when you're using this gun, you're actually gonna have to lead your targets a lot more, even if they're at closer ranges, because of that really super slow muzzle velocity. They made this the gun with such slow muzzle velocity probably to balance it out, because it is quite a heavy hitting gun, and if it would have had a muzzle velocity of, let's say, 600 meters per second, it would be a lot easier to shoot your targets while they're moving or further ranges, because you didn't have to calculate as much lead time for the bullet to travel to get to your enemy. So obviously you're gonna have to adapt to that kind of play style of leading your target with this weapon. You can pick it up quite fast, but it is kind of tricky. So obviously using the gun stock, it's never the best scenario. You can do pretty good with it, but always the iron sights is what keeps you back, and it keeps you from getting those awesome kill streaks. It's something that is poorly rendered in Battlefield 4. I've talked about this before. So as soon as you can equip something, just do it. So moving right along with the attachment part of the video, for the optics, I obviously put a Coyote red dot sight on here because I'm not going to be using this weapon at extreme ranges. Of course, you can kill enemies at medium and long range with this gun, but that's not really its function. For the accessory, green laser sight as always, turned on and off as I go. Barrel attachment, I don't put anything on here. Sometimes I do put a suppressor on, but not very often. And for the underbarrel, I went with folding grip. Either go with that or the angled grip. I just put this one on because I find it looks better, and it helps with that first shot recoil. Of course, if you are somebody that just holds the trigger button down, I would suggest going maybe with the potato grip or the stubby grip. And if you like to shoot while on the move, the other two grips. Finishing up this video on some Flood Zone Conquest gameplay, Small. I actually used to hate this map a lot. It was like, I found the worst Battlefield map ever, and I've kind of grown to like it a lot and looking for servers that have it just to be able to play it, because I kind of grown to like the verticality in the map. And a good trick in this map is to actually travel on the bottom levels, because there's a lot less action going on there as I teabag my buddy. So yeah, like there's a lot less action going down in the bottom, and you can get from building to building and from flag to flag a lot easier without getting seen, because there's a lot more cover than on the top, especially because of a lot of roof campers. All the snipers just huddle around there. So anyways, moving on to how this gun performs in Battlefield. I actually was using this gun before it was requested. Switched from the PDWR to this. I like to mix things up and use different guns every now and then, just to, you know, keep the game a little bit more fresh and just have fun, instead of always using the same gun and doing my try hard and getting like crazy kill streaks. This gun is just so awesome because of its really high damage model. Half the time it's going to take you like 3 shots if you get a headshot mixed up in there, and you're going to take your enemies down quite fast. Of course, the damage does drop off quite early at 8 meters, but you can still surprise people by the power that this gun packs. Of course, you're going to have to really not miss your shots too much, because with the fire rate of 600 on this thing, if somebody runs up to you with a gun that shoots like 800 RPM and higher, you're going to be toast if you miss those couple of shots. So I was keeping my distances and tap firing the weapon. That's why I threw on the folded grip on here to reduce that first shot recoil and to keep on my target a lot better. And of course, like I said earlier, something that you're going to have to get accustomed to is actually leading your target a lot more than you would. You're going to have to lead your target about the same amount that you would if you had a suppressed regular weapon that had a 600 meter per second normal muzzle velocity. That gun suppressed would be the equivalent of this gun unsuppressed. So I guess this is how they balanced out this gun, is like make the muzzle velocity really shitty, because in real life muzzle velocity is a lot faster than that, and you wouldn't have to lead your targets as much even if they are at a pretty good distance from you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Also, don't forget to leave in the comments down below what gun you would like to see featured in the next episode of Bare Bones Monday. You can also send me a Facebook or Twitter message. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.